All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Troy Broussard. And, first of all, this is a really casual presentation. I'm going to keep it to about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to open up all the lines for any questions, okay? I really appreciate your time. I know that as Infusionsoft employees, you guys are busy, so carving out a few minutes for me today means a lot. And I just want to cover some highlights and give you some information and then open it up. You can see on my screen here that there's only a few slides to go through, so this will be pretty quick. I want to give you a little bit of a background about MyFusion Solutions, our company, and myself as well. But just one quick slide here. I run 3 different businesses on Infusionsoft right now. I've run over the last few years approximately $4 million through Infusionsoft personally, and I've helped through my high-end mastermind. I run a 30K mastermind for entrepreneurs and small businesses in the $500,000 to $5 million revenue range. So I have quite a bit of extensive experience with Infusionsoft and helping at that level, and have helped, I don't know what the number is, but tens of millions in revenue with Infusionsoft for my clients over the years. My background is really in software development, and I've been using Infusionsoft in some incarnation since the red, white, and black days. So I've been with you guys for a long time, although as a certified partner, only about a year, but I used it for many, many years before that, before ever becoming a certified partner. Now, what I want to do is just kind of tell you a little bit about what our objective is, because I think this is really critical to how our products will be perceived by you and by our clients and your clients, right? Is that our goal here is to be so affordable that even if you're only using just one of the helpers, that it makes sense. Okay, I know as a user and supporting clients and doing funnels for clients, I know that a lot of clients, they may not need a whole bunch of features. They may be just one thing that they really, truly need, and that's okay, right? But with our competition being pretty steep in the price points now, it's really hard to kind of justify. And we know that, right? I mean, we support these clients as well. And so our vision is to keep that price point super affordable so that even if they only need just one of the helpers, that it's cost justifiable and makes sense, right? Our objective is also to offer so many integrations and features over the months to come that it's just a brain dead simple choice for the price point. Okay, we really don't want it to be a tough consideration for people. We want them to see that there's just so many things that they can do and extend Infusionsoft that the $29.95 price point is just a brain dead simple decision. Okay, one of the things that we're doing is continually enhancing and building out the features and integrations, right? And I'll talk a little bit more about that. And actually, I've got a great surprise to announce to you here today of something that just got approved yesterday and will be making its way in the app that I think will be really a great feature for everybody. And I know that some of you that I've talked to already are excited about. So I'll announce that here in just a minute. And then really to leverage all of the above, right? For the price point, the wide feature set, and the continual enhancement and improvement and new features on the way, to really achieve something that I don't think anybody's done to date, and that is we really want to get a 20% market penetration with Infusionsoft community. That is our goal in the next couple of years, and it's a pretty bold goal, but I'm stating it because I want you to understand the vision of where we're going with the project. I also don't want you to think that we're just a copycat of Plus This. We knew we'd be compared to Plus This initially, and so we really had to kind of start with their core feature set, because in order to be taken seriously in the marketplace, we really needed to, compete on a feature by feature basis in the beginning. But the reality is we're quickly adding our own and already offer about 20% more features than you get with Plus This. So, while we started out that way and basing off their feature set, we're just using that as a basis of getting started. And I really want you guys to understand that. Soon there's going to be much, much more, and I'm going to show you some of those differences already. Now, one of the things that I want you to get is a little bit of a glimpse of what's to come, and maybe it'll make sense to you and kind of see the direction. I'm going to hit play on this because I want to kind of animate this slide in so that for the next one it makes sense, because just to kind of explain this. We all know the attract, sell, wow. I mean, you guys have been, you developed it, so you clearly know it. Well, our vision is to really enhance that life cycle marketing process through a suite of complementary business automation apps. And each of them is really just designed to supercharge the already powerful automation platform that Infusionsoft offers, right? I love Infusionsoft. I've been using it for years, since 2009, and it's a very robust platform. But our intent is to take this process of attract, sell, and wow and provide these horizontal extensions to it that really span through all three phases of the life cycle. Our first product that we released was MyFusion Notes, which is a very robust API level integration with Zendesk. Again, right now through the end of the year, it's still at $29.95. The price point will be going up to $49.95 for that product at the first of the year. But MyFusion Notes is a perfect example of our philosophy. There's no interface to it. There's nothing to learn, nothing to train. It's real-time synchronization between Zopine Live Chat and Zendesk right into Infusionsoft. And it complements the entire lifecycle marketing, right? From the pre-sales attraction phase into the selling phase to the wow and delivering additional support and features that a help desk is needed. Right. The next product that we offered, and both of these are in the marketplace now that you can look at, is MyFusion Helper. And MyFusion Helper is what the purpose of today's talk about is, to show you kind of the feature set in that. But once again, it's designed to stretch throughout the entire lifecycle marketing process of Infusionsoft. And then to complete the suite, we have two more products that we're going to be releasing over the next 3 months or so. MyFusion Projects will be a complete integration with teamwork. Now, we've already got this about 70-80% complete. We're already using it internally, but to provide complete project management through the entire life cycle of Infusionsoft. Again, our philosophy is not to reinvent the wheel, right? When we rolled out MyFusion Notes as a help desk software, we didn't create a help desk software. We created the glue between Infusionsoft and Zendesk, right? We didn't want to try to go out and compete with FuseDesk and create a whole new alternative from the ground up. Instead, we just wanted to glue together some of the best. And our process continues. The last one will be MyFusion Checkout, and this will actually be released before MyFusion Projects, and this will be an enhanced checkout experience, taking what Infusionsoft already has as a baseline and enhancing it with split testing and one-click upsells and one-time use coupons and a whole bunch of other things that are not built into the core Infusionsoft product. Again, it won't be for everybody, but it will enhance Infusionsoft for those looking for that enhancement. And that's our vision of the suites that we want to develop for this platform. Now, in the first phase of all of these, they're going to be limited to the most important in the marketplace, like MyFusion Notes, first of all, only came out supporting Zendesk, but later we'll be adding additional platforms to that. We'll be adding Basecamp into MyFusion Projects and adding support for others. But right now, with MyFusion Helper, what I want you to realize is that, the case today, right, for us is that we're a much more affordable alternative to Plus This, right? That's the way most people are going to look at us until we release some of the other things that are in the works. At this juncture, we implement about 90% of the features of Plus This for as little as 15% of the cost, based upon their high-end pricing of $199, right? They have a tiered pricing model starting at $79, but that limits you to only 15 helpers or 15 features in their app. And as you scale that up, the price point goes up, right? Our pricing is fixed at $29.95, and we don't intend to change that on the core product, on the MyFusion Helper. As I announced, the MyFusion Notes will be going up, but the MyFusion Helper product, we do not intend on changing that price point. Now, we're right now, probably it's a fair thing to say that we're more about features than we are about integrations, but you're going to see that that's going to start to shift as the months come, right? In the future, we're working on not just the little tweaks and API enhancements and features, but also, core integrations. Now, I wanted to give you just a quick comparison here, and we're honestly only have a few more slides, probably 3 or 4 slides left. So this presentation's real quick, and then I'll open up the live call and questions and bring up the interface to talk about it. Things that they do that we don't right now. We don't do the event registration stuff that they do for, holding local seminars and things where you have physical events attendance. We don't do anything with that, and probably don't intend to do anything with that. We don't currently have anything for a file box uploader or support for email triggers. And there's a couple other minor things like opt-out management and update links, but that's pretty much it for the features of Plus This that we don't support. Okay. Now, most everything else, we already have existing features in place that support. So this is the big announcement that I wanted to let you know. It isn't turned on in the app just yet, but it will be later tonight. But we just got approval on Facebook for releasing the custom audiences, and we've been using and testing that internally for a couple of weeks now. So I know that a lot of people are looking for this just for this one feature alone. And being able to do it at a price point where we're at, I think is very compelling in the marketplace. So Plus This starts out at $79. The Sync Somo and Sync to CRM options both start out at a higher price point. They have some different capabilities and more extensive than we're targeting in this first release. But to be able to add and remove and migrate people into custom audiences is something that we will have effective tomorrow as soon as we turn that on tonight. So I'm excited to announce that. We got the approval over the weekend from Facebook, and I was surprised they did that on the weekend. So some of the other things that we do include like the smart routing or smart links, being able to dynamically route based on different criteria. We have quite a bit of enhanced criteria in that as well. We also do the page and video triggers that everybody likes, and all the date and math features that everybody uses for different calculations. We support all of that, and we do some kind of more complex versions of it as well, like being able to build formulas in math, as well as just simple things. And then we do, the same text messaging stuff. We have a Twilio integration with the text messaging that we charge 4 cents a text for. We also give you 100 free texts per month, though. And so that's included in the base price to let people kind of play around with it and test it out on their own. And if they need more volume, then they can prepay for blocks of text and volume. And we also have a free version, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. These are just a list of some of the features right now, and not even all of them, but just some of the highlights of things that we do that you can't get in Plus This or any other platform out there right now. So we have a very sophisticated GoToWebinar integration. It's not just trivial stuff. We do some really advanced segmentation rules and logic. We have the ability to, make sure that people did attend in the time that they started and tag them as being late and things like that, because we use this for some clients that use it for continuing education credit and have to ensure the compliance of people in their attendance and the promptness of their attendance. We have clients that use it for franchises and need to make sure that people, did actually attend and things like that. So there's some really tight advanced integrations there. We have an advanced split testing capability that, to be honest, is not built into the $29.95 price point. We're not quite sure how we're going to roll this one out. We've got clients already using it. This is a very sophisticated split testing. We're going to be building in a trivial tag-based split testing like Plus This uses, because we know there's a place for that as well. But this advanced split testing allows you to split test with large lists. If you've got 300,000 people on your list, this will send out in that list and work just fine, because it uses advanced batch mode processing through the API. and it doesn't require, in plus this or most every other split testing solution I've seen from some of the other libraries as well. If you have a list of 12,000 people, then you run it through their split testing solution, it's going to generate 12,000 API calls. Ours will generate, half a dozen, and that's it. And if you have 300,000, it'll still be the half a dozen. So this is a very advanced split testing that we're still trying to figure out how we're going to roll that out at a different price point or an enhanced feature or something to that extent. But we do already have clients using that. And so if you need somebody with that, please reach out and talk to me. We do the ability to define custom goals so that you don't have to use tags for start and stop goals, just being able to define a functional goal instead. We did a case study on this and found that 37% of tag usage in Infusionsoft is for functional purposes, meaning that we can eliminate that with API goals instead. It's a very, very slick interface, super simple to use. We have a geo-based smart assignment feature. This is really, really cool. It uses the same GPS logic that you find with Google. It uses Google's API for distance calculations and will literally find the nearest sales rep to the contact, even based upon, it'll even allow you to specify the mode of travel. Now, you can specify, by car, by train, walking, or set that up however you need. Now, the beauty of that is we use that for a client that has a biking messenger type service, and they needed to be able to calculate out what client should be assigned to which kind of office, so to speak, for their messaging services to be most effective. So that's a really slick integration. And then some of the other things that we use that people really like are the get the last functions, to be able to read the last record in the invoice or payment or credit card or subscription tables, and a couple of others, the opportunity table. But being able to, for example, for a contact, to go up and look up the last coupon or promo code that they used or something to that extent, right? We also offer integrations with Slack and Zendesk. We do real-time order creation so that if the client is using something like ClickFunnels and wants to get some of their order data back into Infusionsoft, we provide a means for doing that. I talked to you about the free SMS. Now, the way that works is you do have to specify the carrier code for the phone number. So it's not really meant for contacts, but it works exceptionally well for internal messaging and for sales team, right? So if you want to be able to route, messages onto your sales staff through free texting, it works, very, very well for that. When you know that they're on Verizon or AT&T or Sprint or something like that, and you can set that up. Okay. And then one of the last couple things I wanted to point out is the chain multiple features. Many times you need to make 3 or 4 API calls in a row. So a typical web form, you might have a first, a last name, and an email. You may want to format those with lowercase or mixed case or proper case, and that may end up generating 3 API calls in a row. Well, what we allow you to do is to simplify that. We allow you to create a chain, and that chain will launch the other 3 helpers internally, and either do it sequentially with a time delay or do it in parallel if they can all be executed simultaneously. And that really allows like the simplification of the coding inside of the campaign builder. Instead of having to create an HTTP post, drag out a timer, another post, another timer, another post, another timer, you can just make one API call and have it all done. So those are some kind of the features. We have the ability to auto-link companies, real-time contact merging, word and character counts, and clear and moving field data. Now, all of this is, as what I've said, is a $25.95 monthly. There's no usage-based price tiers, so we don't charge more based on additional usage. The only thing that kind of is an exception to that is if they're using text messaging and they wish to pay for more than the 100 text messages that are included every month, or if they go to the advanced split testing, which has a little bit more of a support burden, and we're looking at a slightly different price point on that. that is really the majority of my presentation here, guys. It's 12:20. I wanted to keep it to a 20-minute presentation. I want to encourage you all to sign up for your free Infusionsoft employee account. And when you do so, I just one big favor: please use your Infusionsoft email account or your email address to register. Some of you have registered with Gmail and personal accounts and stuff, and it makes it hard for us to track down, who's who. So if you could please do us the favor of when you sign up for a free account to make sure and use your Infusionsoft account. Now, the coupon code is ISHelper for Infusionsoft Helper, ISHelper, and just apply that coupon code in the checkout at myfusionhelper.com, and that will work for you. We don't have a free account on the notes feature, but I'm happy to give anybody a demo on that. Also, on the MyFusion notes, there's a ton of videos right on the front page that will show you how to do that. Now, the free access, it's not going to bill you after a period of time. It's free indefinite, but it does have a 5 helper limitation, so it only allows you to have 5 active helpers at one time. But for testing purposes, you can always just delete one and create another, right? I just ask that you please not share that coupon code with clients. We're already starting to see some people coming in with coupon codes that weren't handed out to them, and it's we put a tremendous amount of work into this product, and we charge so little for it that if you've got a client on the line and they'd like to test it out or something, just reach out to me. I'll create a 30-day trial code for them or something like that. But we charge such a low price point that we really can't afford for this to get out there and people taking advantage of us on it. Or it's just going to end up meaning that we'll have to up prices to compensate. So hopefully you can respect that. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to close the door because my 7-month-old is screaming in the background, and unmute everybody for any questions. Okay, so here's my contact information on the screen. Let me unmute everybody here. Is there anybody on the line that has any questions or things that they'd like to see? I can also kind of pull up the interface for you if you have kind of questions of how it works. Please go ahead. Anybody?
Can you hear me, Troy?
Yeah, I can. Gotcha.
Awesome. This is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Actually, my what's the most popular helper that you found most people are using?
One of the most popular ones is the goal helper. Just making things simplified in the campaign management, campaign creation. The goal it feature is really popular. Another one that's hugely popular is the get the last. The get the last feature, and I can just kind of pull that up here if we go into the interface and create one. And I want you to see that in the interface here, there's demos for everything. So as you go into these helpers, they've got to watch the video to show you exactly how to use it. But this nice. Get the last really ties in a bunch of different field data, and it just has so many different usages that people are using it quite a bit. So you can access any of several tables for the contact. So you can come in here and say, what, I want to look at the invoice table, and it'll pull up all of the fields from the invoice table, and you can grab any one of those and assign it into a custom field or stuff it into another Infusionsoft field if you like. But being able to do that across the invoice, the order, the subscription, the opportunity, the credit card, or the payment fields, or tables, just opens up a lot of different opportunities for merging in, information about their last transaction, or, merging in information when you're doing custom credit card failure stuff and you need a little bit more detail that makes it resonate with them, or referencing coupon codes and stuff like that. So this has probably been one of the most used functions out there, Matt.
Nice,
That
nice.
that being said, I really expect with us launching the Facebook custom audiences that's going to be probably quickly surpass it as the most popular feature. I just know there's a lot of people looking for that functionality for sure, and that probably the higher price point of our competitors has probably held a lot of people back from trying it out. So I'm anxious to get that turned on and advertised out there as well.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Anybody else have any questions uh, that's on the line? Spencer, Travis, Carmen, Justin, anybody? Okay. The interface itself has been really designed for having a lot of helpers. We want people to really utilize this and use it throughout their app. So it's designed with a scrolling mechanism so that we can bring back hundreds of helpers. It's designed with quick searching so that as they type in something here, if I could type here, Wistia, there we go. It'll automatically filter on titles and names. Those types of things. And even, if you're using the helper and you've got this big, long, cryptic URL, right, to be able to quickly find it, we provide that reverse lookup in the interface as well. So let's say that you go into Infusionsoft and you grab the URL that looks something like this, then you can just paste it in here and it'll let you know exactly what helper is tied to and associated with that, so that you can go back and edit it or, do whatever you need to with it. So that's a nice little set of features as well. The interface has really been thought out to be used by power users. All right. Well, I guess that's it, everybody, unless there's any other questions. I did want to keep it short and sweet for everybody here and just give you some quick information. And I'll send out a PDF in the next few days of just kind of a one sheet for you that, you'll have accessible for you or your clients or anybody that you want to hand it out to, that just kind of give a comparison of, us versus plus this and kind of some of the differentiating factors and stuff, so that you have just kind of a little one sheet tear off that you can have quick access to. So I'll have that in the next few days. It's holiday week, but we'll try to get it out before the end of the week if we can. All right. Yeah, you're very welcome, Spencer. You're welcome, Carmen. Thanks, guys, for making some time in the middle of your busy day. And if you can do us a favor and spread the word a little bit, much appreciated. We don't have the marketing budget to buy sponsorship on the login like like our competitors. So we're doing this the old school grassroots route, and appreciate your help. Thanks so much, guys, and a special thanks, Matt, for helping me put this together. Appreciate it, man.